Hi everyone, it's Ms Holmes here. I'm so excited to be making this video today for Year 2 Exeter, who are going to become Year 3 Edinburgh after the summer holidays. On the screen you can see a picture of me. You can also see a picture of Miss Shafai. We are also very lucky this year that we will have Miss Shafai helping us out in our classroom. The class is named after Edinburgh University, where I studied a degree in biology. In particular, I was most interested in learning about animals, and so my degree is technically called zoology. You can see a little map of the United Kingdom in the top of the screen just there. On the map, I have marked London. That's where we live at the moment. Edinburgh is very, very far north in a place called Scotland. Edinburgh is a very, very beautiful city. You can see a couple of pictures around the place here. We will learn a little bit more about Edinburgh in September. Okay, the classroom. Many of you might have already seen or know exactly where Edinburgh classroom is. I will be in the same place as I am this year. You can see a little picture down at the bottom of my desk and of the English working walls. You can see a little picture up at the top. Now the tables will look different in September. This is how they're currently all spaced out at the moment, but they will be a little bit different in September. If you don't know where the classroom is, it's the one opposite Miss Braden's room. So you will be staying nice and close to your current Year 2 position, but you will be in the little Year 3 corner. There are so many wonderful things to be learning in Year 3. You are going to love them. Every day we will have English, maths, reading. You will also get to have humanities or science or art, PE and music. You'll have lots of different teachers teaching you those subjects. In maths, we will carry on with lots of the learning that we've done in Year 2. You will learn lots and lots more times tables, and you will get very, very good at times table rock stars. We will look more at fractions. We will look at money. We will look at adding and subtracting, much bigger numbers than you've looked at this year. Maths is going to be wonderful. In English, we have the most phenomenal books and topics to cover as well. We will most likely start the year by looking at a book called The Tin Forest. We will study the rainforest alongside the Tin Forest. And we will also look at the book of the Great Kapok Tree. We will use both of these books to explore our Year 3 question, which is what does it mean to be responsible? We will carry on thinking about responsibility as we then pick up my most favourite book, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. You are going to absolutely love that story. After Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and learning all about chocolate, we will then have a look at Fantastic Mr. Fox. This is another wonderful book written by Roald Dahl, which the children this year have really, really loved. After that, we will look at something a little bit different. In humanities, you will learn all about the Romans, and in English, we will look at some very old stories written by some of the Romans themselves. Learning about Roman myths can be challenging, but challenges are definitely worth the while. After that, we will hopefully look at Charlotte's Web. This is a story that many teachers read when they were very little, so it's really lovely to get to read this one in school. And then we will look at a story called Stig of the Dump. Whilst we are doing these things, we will be learning all about lots of topics around them, and at some point through the year, hopefully we will manage to go on some trips. Okay, a little bit more about me then here. As I mentioned, I went to university in Scotland. You can see on the map that I've got on the side of the screen over there, I've drawn it with a little purple dot. I'm giving you a little purple dot to show where London is as well. But when I was at school, I lived even further north in a place called Aberdeen. I have labelled that on the little map for you there. Aberdeen is somewhere that I love to go when it's the holidays, so that I can see my family and my school friends who live up there. In Aberdeen, my most favourite thing lives. That is Penny the dog. There is a picture of me and Penny the dog up in the corner there. Penny the dog lives with my mum and dad, and she likes to come on little adventures with me. I feel very lucky that my big brother David lives in London. There's a picture of him up on the screen as well. I don't think he'll like that I've shown you that. He lives around the corner from me in London, and we like to go cycling lots together. One of my most favourite things to do when I'm not at school is definitely running. Sometimes I run to and from school, and sometimes I run in some races to try and get some good times as well, and to keep myself nice and fit and healthy. I'll tell you all about my running and cycling when you join in September. All right, I'm really looking forward to receiving some letters from you all. I've written down some questions here that I would love to hear from you. So if you're feeling a bit stuck when you're writing a letter, have a think, what did Ms Holmes want to know? So I would love to know how you have found learning at home. The last few months have been very strange, but I'd love to know what you did. Maybe you built a robot. Maybe you helped your family. Maybe you taught your little brother to bake a cake. I'd love to know what you've been up to. I've told you a very little bit about who's in my family. I'd love to know who's in yours. I'd also love to know what you do in your free time. I said I like to go running and cycling. What do you do? Definitely would love to know about your favourite thing at school. And maybe if there's something that you find tricky at school, tell me all about it and we can figure out how we can work on that next year. Maybe tell me what you're looking forward to in the year ahead. Think about the stories I've told you about that we're going to be reading. And if there's any questions that you have or anything you're unsure of, you could write that down in your letter as well. Make sure you ask me lots and lots of questions in your letter too. My email address is at the bottom of the screen there for you to send me your letter. If you want to send it to Miss Short, because you have hers, you can send it to her as well, and she can send it to me. I can't wait to meet you all in September. Have a wonderful summer holiday, and I will see you all very soon.